Leo Destiny. Season 1. Episode 5. Leo, Brian, and Jocks arrived in front of Diego's cafe with Zed. I must mention that Zed is the name of the dog in our story. And I have to tell you who Diego is. Diego is the owner of a cozy and friendly cafe. A cafe that has a pool table, some game consoles, where Leo and his friends usually spend time. There. Diego's cafe is located one street above Leo's neighborhood. Diego is one of Leo's friends. Diego is an American and Mexican mixed boy. His brother is a police officer. Jocks said when he got out of Brian's car, "We finally arrived." At that moment, Zed ran towards Diego with joy. Diego hugged Zed and said, "What are you doing here?" At that moment, Jocks said, "Zed brought you a giant, friend." Diego was also happy to see Jocks and said, "Our city missed its giant." They all entered the cafe. The cafe environment is dark, cozy, and friendly. Usually a Mexican or Latin music is played there with a low volume. In one corner of the cafe, there is a comfortable L-shaped sofa where Leo and his friends usually sit. Tonight they went to the same place as usual. After sitting down, Diego said, "I want to prepare a special ice cream for you." Diego went to the cafe bar, which was about 4 meters away from them, to make ice cream for his friends. Jocks also said to Brian, "Let's play billiards to remember the past. I want you not to forget who you always lost, too." Brian said, "At the end of the game, the winner will be determined, bro." There was also a small television on one of the walls of the cafe, so that it could be seen from everywhere in the cafe. And it was on with a low volume. The TV was showing the news. The news was saying that there have been some reports of animal attacks in some parts of the city. At this moment, Jocks told Diego to turn up the volume of the TV. Almost everyone was watching TV. In the continuation of the news, the reporter said, "The local people say that these events are not caused by animals, but by an evil creature." Diego said, "I also heard these rumors. Local people always like to entertain themselves with these stories." Brian said while looking at Leo, "It was probably the same creature we saw tonight." Diego asked, "Did you see it too?" Leo explained the story and continued, "But because of the darkness, we could not see the animal itself." In the continuation of the news, the reporter said, "Local authorities said that all the evidence indicates that some animals entered the city. Also, the reason for the power outage was the entry of the same animals into several power plants, and there is no need to worry for our dear citizens." Jocks said, "Which animal can create interference waves? It is clear that they are hiding something." Brian jokingly said, "Giant kid, have you come to believe in the soul?" After eating the ice cream that Diego brought, Leo and his friends moved towards their own neighborhood. When they reached the neighborhood, at the same time, Jack came out of the entrance door of the underground passage with dirty clothes. And when he saw Jocks, he said, "Look, the giant is back." Jocks jokingly said to Jack, "You dug underground so much that they sent me a message from the army to tell you to stop to prevent the city from falling. Jack said, "The whispers are getting louder. You guys are finally realizing how important it is to renovate this basement." Now, after a long day, it was almost 11 p.m. They were all tired and went to their homes to sleep.